The next topic that is coming under the term two portion is determiner. Okay, are you all familiar with the determiners? You know what are determiners?
Words which are used before nouns.
Yes, very good, very good. Before nouns, determiners are the words normally used before the nouns. So you know, children, we have two set of experts. Okay, modern grammarians and traditional grammarians. According to the traditional grammarians, there are 8 parts of speech in English grammar. Recently, modern grammarians added one more point or one more part of speech along with this 8. So now it is 8 plus 1, 9 parts of speech in English grammar, and the 9th part of speech is determiner. Okay, but this determiner we cannot completely include under the parts of speech. That is why at present we are using 8 plus 1. We are not saying that there are 9 parts of speech. I'm saying it is 8 plus 1, 9 parts of speech, because traditional grammarians are very perfect and correct, because there are 8. But recently, with a lot of parts of speech together combined, and we made one called the determiners, and that is added with the parts of speech also. So children, now let us start the parts of speech, or let me introduce the parts of speech in general for you guys. Okay, let us talk about the nouns first. Part of speech, the first one is noun. So this is very familiar, right? You know what are nouns, right? Nouns, we can divide the nouns into 2 categories. We have abstract nouns and we have concrete nouns. How can we distinguish an abstract noun from a concrete noun? It is easy. We have 5 sense organs, right? If you use these 5 sense organs, any one of these 5 sense organs to identify a noun, then we can call it as a concrete noun. If we cannot use these 5 sense organs to identify a noun, then it is actually considered as an idea. So we have to call it as an abstract noun. It is easy also to find out an abstract noun. Most of the abstract nouns are ending with ence, ance, hood, hood, right? Childhood, priesthood, brotherhood, motherhood, independence, wisdom, honesty. All these words are examples for abstract nouns, because we cannot see that. What is motherhood? In Malayalam, we used to say that matrutvam. What is matrutvam or motherhood, children? We cannot touch motherhood. We cannot feel motherhood. We cannot smell motherhood. We cannot taste motherhood, right? But there is something, an idea called motherhood. Amma, or a mother, who is there as perfect to guard us from all the dangers and to support us, to guide us spiritually, mentally, physically, whatever the need, right? If we have a need, she is the right person to trace everything, and that is called motherhood. Okay, we cannot even define a motherhood. We cannot even question a motherhood. Even I can say that the another one is childhood. Now, no, you just you are actually enjoying your childhood days, right? Childhood. What is childhood? I cannot see a childhood. I cannot feel a childhood. I cannot taste or smell a childhood. Such a nouns are called abstract nouns in English. If it is a pen, I can touch it, I can feel it, I can see the color, I can even, if it has a fragrance, I can smell it, right? I cannot even taste it. But still, I can use any few sense organs to identify this thing, this noun. Then this is coming under the concrete noun. Okay, so nouns are abstract and concrete in form. Am I clear?
Yes,
Second
ma'am.
one, pronouns. Familiar, because these pronouns are also coming under the determiners. Okay, a few pronouns are also coming under the determiners, so we need to introduce all these things to you guys. Okay, the very next one, or the very next point, I should say that pronouns. Pronouns, what are pronouns, children? You're all familiar with the pronouns in English grammar. You know the first person pronoun, second person pronoun, third person pronoun, right? 3 cases you're familiar with: nominative case, subjunctive case, objective case, accusative case. Many cases you're familiar with. Then what are pronouns? Can anyone define a pronoun to me?
A word used instead of a noun in a sentence is called
Excellent.
pronoun.
It is used in the form of a substitute to the nouns, right? See, if I introduce something, I have to introduce a person like Gauri Shankari, a proper noun, right? Gauri Shankari is sitting in 8A classroom. She is one of my student. Okay, she lives where? She lives at where?
Alua.
Aluva. Her place is, she resides at Aluva. What is the laddu is a favorite food. I don't know whether it is your favorite food or not. Okay, a sweet item, and she likes to drive bullets and all. I think so. I'm not sure about. I have seen a few
Yes,
photographs
ma'am,
of
correct,
that.
ma'am.
Okay, I know that. See, if it is publicly announced, what happened is your father will be in jail. Okay, so please don't publicly post such photos as you are under the age. Okay, so children, let me, because I have used, initially I said Gauri Shankari, the proper noun, right? I introduced Gauri Shankari. I said she is one of my student. See, instead of Gauri Shankari is my student, I have just used a word or a substitute pronoun there, she. Okay, these words are she, her, he, his, they, them. These words we are normally using as substitute to the proper nouns or substitute to the nouns in English grammar. Okay, and we have different possessive case pronouns. We have in accusative, we have nominative case pronouns, right? What are the first person pronouns, children? What are the first person
I,
pronouns?
we, us,
Okay,
me.
okay, very good. You know the list of first person pronouns. Here in front of you, I am talking and you are passive listeners, right? I am active, I mean, a person actively speaking just in front of you. So I am using I, we, me, and you in my sentences, right? So here the speaker, I am the speaker. Okay, the person speaking is said to be the first person. Okay, to whom am I talking? I'm talking to Carolyn Matthew. Okay, Carolyn, 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 hello, Carolyn.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you, my dear?
Fine.
Okay, so first person is talking to a second person, Carolyn. Okay, Carolyn, you look so smart today. Okay, so smart today. So I use the word you. Okay, where is your mother?
She's here.
She is here. She doesn't have class today.
No, ma'am.
Maybe she is attending a class. Okay, 1 second, children. 1 second. Let us start again. So the topic, once again, let me introduce the topic once again. What is the topic we were talking about? We discussed about the pronouns, right? First person I said, and I was talking to Carolyn Matthew. I said, I'm talking to a second person just in front of me. I asked, how are you? I asked, where is your mother? Then I got a click, I entered and I came back, right? And now children, now myself and Isar Jivraj, we are going to talk about our first person is going to talk to a second person, and we are talking about Anusha. Isa, did you know that Anusha is actually coming after me and she's actually disturbing me all the time? I don't know why she's doing like this. What is your opinion, Isha? Isa, what is your opinion? Is she a disturbance for you?
She's very kind to me.
You, my God, I cannot even bear her. Sorry. So just inform her that please don't go after such a person because that person is getting irritated. Just inform her, okay? See, I am a first person who's talking to a second person, Isa Jivraj. She was in a safe zone. She said she is very kind to me. Okay, I know that Anusha Lati is one of my favorite, and she is very such a nice fellow. But I should have to gossip here. That is why I use these words. Okay, I'm so sorry, Anusha, to say it like this. Okay, so we were talking about Anusha, a third person, right? Where I have used she the word, where I have used her the word. Okay, these are pronouns. First person pronoun, the person speaking. Second person pronoun, the to whom am I speaking? And we were talking about third person Anusha here. Okay, this is the category called first person, second person, and third person. And as you all very familiar with the possessive case and all, I'll talk this when I start discussing about the determiner. So pronouns are the substitute or the words which we use normally to introduce or to use it as a substitute to the nouns also. Clear? Nouns are clear for you, children? Okay, so after nouns, pronouns, and we have to talk about the third one, that is adjective. What is the role of an adjective in English grammar? Why I have placed after pronouns in
It
parts of
describes the
speech?
noun.
Yes, excellent. We are normally using an adjective to describe a noun. We are giving a quality or we are describing a noun with the help of or we are talking about a noun with the help of an adjective. Okay, this is a describing word and it describes only a noun. Okay, Ishal is a beautiful girl. Okay, Ishal is a beautiful girl. I simply said, I lied. Okay, it's not the reality actually. Okay, Tanmay Himmat is a very brave boy. He can go out of his room midnights, 12 o'clock. He's not afraid of ghost. Such a brave boy. Sriram is a smart child of this class. Okay, see, I am using these words. Shane is the naughty fellow in this class. Agree or disagree? Agreement or disagreement?
Agree.
Agree. Everyone is agree. Hessa, you will get a hit from him recently. Okay, don't worry. He'll call today. Okay, children. So everyone is agreeing that Shane is one of the naughtiest. Okay, I can say that a very naughty fellow in this class, but I enjoy his all sort of behavior and attitude. Okay, so children, let us talk about the adjectives. So adjectives are the describing words, and it is used for describing a noun. So the position of an adjective normally is just falls before the I can say it is coming just before a noun in a sentence. Smart boy, brave boy, and a broken heart. My heart is broken because of pain. Broken heart means it is not broken, it is broken. Okay, here it aches, which shows that I have some kind of feeling, a sad feeling in my mind. Okay, so broken heart, all these are examples. So these words are used as adjectives, and these are placed before a noun in a sentence to describe a noun. So adjectives. Then comes the verbs. You are familiar with the verbs, right? Part of speech, verbs. Verbs are action words, isn't it? You know, jump, you're familiar with the kick, you are familiar with play, dance, sing, write, read, listen. All these words are, all these words, action words are called part of speech in English grammar, and this is coming under an action word, and that is a verb. Verb is also have many branches. You are familiar with the finite and non-finite verb. You are familiar with the regular and irregular verb category. You are familiar with auxiliary verbs and main verbs. I'm not spending time on verbs. Okay. Now let us talk about the next one, adverbs. What are adverbs, children?
Adverbs describe an
Word
adjective.
used to describe
Yes,
a word.
under parts of speech, adverbs, something that we are adding with the verb. It is used to describe a verb. Okay, adverbs. He speaks loudly. She walks slowly. The words ending with ly and lly are examples for adverbs, because this is always describing a verb in a sentence. Okay, such words are coming under the adverb category. Okay, then comes preposition. The next part of speech after adverb is preposition. The name itself, it says that it is positioned before. Okay, preposition means it's positioned before. You can see that a preposition is a word which is normally used or it is just used prior to the noun in a sentence. It is used before a noun in a sentence, right? Yes or no? It is used normally before a noun in a sentence. On the table, inside a box, under the table, above the table, okay, behind the door. So everywhere when you use a preposition, it is normally positioned before a noun in a sentence, and it shows where is the actual position of something in that sentence. See, I have a pen in my hand. In my hand, it shows the position of the pen. Okay, I'm keeping my mobile phone inside the drawer. Okay, inside the drawer. I'm going to keep this beautiful dress in the almirah, right? So where is the position of that noun in a sentence? Where is the relation? What is the relation between that particular word with all other words in a sentence? Also explained with the help of these prepositions. Okay, on, in, under, behind are examples for prepositions. And next one, conjunction. You are also familiar with the word conjunction. These are called connective words, right? We are using it as connecting words because we can combine, we can connect two different sentences, even two different clauses into one single sentence with the help of these connecting words. Okay, you are familiar with the coordinating and subordinating conjunction, and the connecting words either or, neither nor, and, but, or else. All these words are very familiar, and these are called conjunctions. Under the part of speech, the eighth one or the last one according to the traditional grammarians are interjections, and these interjections are normally used to give a stress or to highlight the emotion or the feelings or the surprise of someone. Okay, so these are used in an exclamatory sentences, interjections. Okay, small words which with a lot of feelings in it. Bravo, the word bravo, congratulations, awesome. All these words are examples for interjection. And here comes our hero, the determiner. Determiners are, according to the modern grammarian, that is also added to the part of speech. So let me introduce determiner only after I can introduce this only after explaining all this. That is why, in a nutshell, in a quick way, I have covered all 8 parts of speech now. Okay, now the 9th one is a determiner. Now let me ask you, can anyone guess? As Lakshmi said, determiners are the words which is normally used. This is normally positioned before a noun in a sentence. Okay, so let me explain a determiner for you guys. Before explaining determiners, you need to note down 3 major points. Okay, so let me introduce the term determiner. This is 8 plus 1, the 9th part of speech according to the modern grammarians, and these are coming under the part of speech in English grammar also, and it has all the qualities of a pronoun. It has the qualities of I can say that quantifiers, I can say that some connecting words, some demonstrative pronouns. All these are, some of these are coming under the determiners. Now let us talk about the determiner. Let me define a determiner in detail. So listen here, children. A determiner is a word that introduces a noun. This is my first point. If somebody asks you what is a determiner, you have to say that it is a word that introduces a noun. First point, determiners are words that introduces a noun in a sentence. Remember my point number 2 is the position of a determiner is always before a noun. Okay, so it always comes before a noun in a sentence, not after, which shows that we can place not after a noun. It should be placed before a noun in a sentence. This is point number 2. Let me repeat. Point number 1, determiner is a word that introduces a noun. Point number 2, it always comes before a noun, not after a noun. Now comes point number 3, children. As I have told you, this should be placed before a noun. This can also be placed before any other adjective, and these adjectives normally that is describing a noun also. So we can place a determiner even before an adjective. That should be very clear that that should be describing a noun. So this is point number 3. So point number 1, determiner is a word that introduces a noun. Point number 2, it always comes before a noun, not after. Point number 3, it also comes before any other adjectives used to describe a noun. So we can also place a determiner before an adjective also. Clear? Are the points clear for you, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Now let me explain these determiner with the help of these examples. See, children, another point that you should, 4th point coming under the determiner. Remember, determiners are required before a singular noun. I repeat, the 4th point, you can place a determiner normally before a singular noun. It is required. It is a must that you have to use a determiner before a singular noun.
Can you show the last slide?
Sriram?
Can you show the last slide?
Sure. So after explaining, I'll share the slide again. Okay. And the next point is, 5th point is, but are optional when it is, or when it comes to introducing a plural noun. So you have 5 points that should be there in your mind if you think about a determiner. Determiner point number 4 is, determiners are required. It is a must that you have to use a determiner before a singular noun. But these are optional, that as you wish, if you want to use, you use it, otherwise you cannot. Okay, these are optional when it comes to introducing a plural noun. These are the 5 points. Let me introduce point number 1 again. Point number 1, a determiner is a word that introduces a noun. Point number 2, it always comes before a noun, not after. Point number 3, it also comes before any other adjective used to describe the noun. I repeat point number 3. It also comes before any other adjectives used to describe the noun. Point number 4. Determiners are required before a singular noun. Point number 5. But are optional when it comes to introducing plural nouns. Look at the examples, children. Tanmay. Look
Yes,
at the
ma'am.
examples. The bunny went home. Okay. The bunny went home. What is a bunny?
Noun.
A rabbit.
Baby of a rabbit is called a bunny, right? Bunny rabbit.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So bunny, it is a noun. So here, the, the article, you know, articles are also coming under the adjectives, right? This is also because it is positioned before a noun. So it can be in the form of an adjective also, right? So please note that the article, the, article a, article an are examples for determiners. So you can use articles before a noun. So these articles are coming under the determiners. Okay. So here, if the question is to find out a determiner, don't get confused. Look at the word used before a noun, and this is an example for a determiner in use. Okay, look at the second example, children. I ate the chocolate cookie for dessert. So here, I ate the chocolate cookie. So cookie is a noun. Chocolate is an adjective which describes a noun. It gives or it adds a flavor to the cookie, right? So this is an adjective in use. So I can also use a determiner before an adjective which describes a noun. Clear? Am I clear? So here, if the question is to identify your determiner, it is not chocolate. You have to write it as the article. Clear? Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. So
Yes, ma'am.
look at here. Metal cans are recyclable. So metal cans, you know, I have told in point number 4 and 5, determiners are required before a singular noun, but are optional when it comes to introducing a plural noun. Here, metal cans. Metal is an adjective. It describes a plural noun, cans, right? So if we are not using the before the metal cans, there is nothing wrong. Okay, if you use the before the metal cans, there is nothing wrong there also. Okay, so here the is actually said to be the determiners used. Am I clear? Am I clear?
Yes,
Just
ma'am.
check. These two examples explains point number 4 and 5. Okay, it is not required. It is not required. It is actually optional before a plural noun. Okay, optional. If you want, you can use. If you don't want, you can just ignore it. Clear? Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now let us talk about the kinds of determiners, children. Look at the board.
The last slide, last example.
Yes. The metal cans are recyclable.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
The metal cans are recyclable. Parthav is here. Parthav, Pranavatmak, they are absent. Okay. So let me introduce the kinds of determiners, children. We have 4 major kinds of determiners. I request everybody to note, we have 4 kinds of determiners in English grammar. The first one is central determiners. Second one, predeterminers. Third one, post determiners. Fourth one, numeral determiners. I repeat, central determiners, predeterminers, post determiners, and numeral determiners are the 4 kinds of determiners used in English grammar. Here we need to concentrate only central determiners. Just all very easy. Once you are clear about central determiners, once you identify that, then it is easy for you to trace predeterminers, post determiners, and numeral determiners. First one, the central determiners. Remember the central determiners, they include 6 different types. Should be very thorough with the central determiners, children. This is important point. We have central determiners. You can see there are 6 types of central determiners. The first one, articles. A and the are the articles, and these are determiners. Especially these are called as central determiners. Second one, demonstrative. As you all familiar with the demonstrative pronouns, this, that, these, those are demonstrative pronouns, and these pronouns are also coming under the central determiners. Not all the pronouns, demonstrative pronouns are coming under the determiners in English grammar. Now the third one, possessive. You're familiar with possessive pronouns, right? It shows possession, it shows ownership of something. So these possessive pronouns like my, her, its, their, etc. are examples for central determiner. Point number 4, quantifiers. I'll explain everything once again. Just write quantifiers. Most, which shows the quantity. Much, many, a few, none, little, which talks about quantity of something, are coming under the central determiners. Now comes the distributives. How something is distributing. Distributives are each one of you, every one of you, either, neither. So here some kind of distribution is going on. Something is actually shared. So distributives like each, every, either, neither are examples of central determiners. And the last one, the 6th one, as you all familiar with the interrogatives. Interrogative question words like what, which, who, how, all these question words are coming under the determiners. You can call it as determiners. Interrogative words like interrogatives, or question words like WH, question words like what, which, why, who, whom, everything coming under the central determiner. So my question, how many kinds of determiners are there, children?
4 kinds.
There are 4 kinds of determiners, not types. There are 4 kinds of determiners. What are the 4 kinds of determiners?
Central determiners,
Central determiner, predeterminers,
post determiners, and numeral determiners.
okay, and numeral determiners. Okay, and again this central determiners are further divided into 6 types. How many types?
6 types.
Okay, what is the first type, Sriram?
Articles.
Second type, Tanmay.
Interrogative.
Second, third one, Shane.
Post determiner.
Carlin, 4th one.
Demonstrative.
Michelle, 5th one.
Possessive. Possessive.
6th one, Malavika.
Quantifiers.
Okay, what is the first one? Articles, Anusha.
A and the.
Okay, second one, Gauri Parvati. Second determiner, second central determiner, and its examples. Slowly. Demonstrative. Examples.
This, that, these, those.
Okay, Rudra Sanil, third determiner and its examples.
I'm possessive.
Possessive. Examples.
My, her, it's
Slowly,
their.
slowly. Those who missed it can use this time for completing.
My, her, it's, their, etc.
Okay, the 4th one, Shane John.
Yes, ma'am. Qualifiers. Ma'am,
Examples.
most, much, many, a few, none, little, etc.
Okay, Prachita, 5th one.
Ma'am, I didn't wrote that distributive, but I didn't wrote the example.
Okay, Amna, examples of distributives. Slowly.
Each.
Every, little. Over? No.
Either, neither.
Either, neither. Okay, Parvati Menon, 6th one.
Interrogative.
Interrogatives. What are they?
Like which, what.
Hmm. Okay, now you can use this time for sharing, or just those who missed the points, you please use this time so I can take attendance also. Gauri Shankari? Gauri Shankari, are you present?